Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today in this video I will explain to you about ordered variables. My name is Satria Putra Dewangga. I'm from 5BA class. Okay, let's do the presentation. But first of all, let us go to the definitions of ordered variables. The definition of ordered variable is just like nominal variables. Ordinal variables have two or more categories. However, unlike nominal variables, ordinal variables can also be ordered or ranked. For example, if they have a level for each value of the level, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and etc. Okay, another example of ordered variables, there are three examples of a data variable collected. For the first example, I will explain about each level of this data variable. Question: in what year did you start university? The answers are vary until 1, 2006, or 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010. Ordinal variable is the way how the data are ordered. So here, ordinal variable is year of university entry. The level is the number of the each data variable from 2006 until 2010. Second, do you like watching television? The the answer of each variable, most of the time, sometimes, or hardly ever. Ordinal variable ordinal variable can also means a control variable is the opinion about watching television. Each level of the data variable are most of the time, sometimes, and hardly ever. Question: do you agree about the policy of the jobs law? The answer: not very much, or they're okay, or yes, a lot. Ordinal variable opinions towards jobs law. Level: not very much, they are okay, yes, a lot. So we're going on to ordinal data measurement. Definition of ordinal scale. An ordinal scale is a scale that is nominal and one in which each value of the variable can be ordered or ranked. If ordinal data or variable have the level or qualities which are equal to any other value of the variable. Ordinal scale of measurement associated with an ordinal scale are words more than, greater than, less than, and equal to. That is for characteristic that is measured on an ordinal scale on any member of a population has a level more than, less than, or equal amounts of this characteristic as any other member of the population. Well, alternatively stated, for an ordinal variable, each person can be ordered with respect to any other person. There are three mathematical notation which use to compare each of the data by the following mathematical operator: less than, equal to, or more than. Next, let's go over two ways to analyze ordinal data. Ordinal data analysis requires a different set of analysis than other qualitative variables. These methods incorporate the natural ordering of the variables in order to avoid loss of power. Computing mean of the sample of ordinal data is discouraged. Other measures of central tendency, including median or mode, are generally more appropriate. Okay, there are three general comparison of a variable or ordinal data. The first is central tendency. In statistics, a central tendency or measure of central tendency is a central or typical value for a probability distribution. It may also be called a center or location of the distribution. Colloquially, measures of central tendency are often called averages. As you can see, each of the data has its own level. When it comes to uh, the calculation of all data, we call it average because it's divided by all of the data quantity. The next is median. In statistics and probability theory, a median is a value separating the higher half of the lower half of data sample, a population or a probability distribution. For a dataset, it may be thought of as the middle value. The middle value is when all of the data is divided by 2. Okay, the last is mode. The mode is the value that appears most frequently in a dataset. For example, if you make such a survey for people in 2010, which of them are frequently watch television from which age? Start 1 until 5, 5 until 10, 10 till 50, or 50 till 20. When you found out the data mostly comes from 15 till 20, that's the mode is. Okay, next. Ordinal variable characteristic. For questions such as the following, here are 5 ordinal data characteristic. Which of the following categories best describe your last purchasing experience with a product or service? This is an example of ordinal variable characteristic. The first is very pleasant, somewhere pleasant, neutral, somewhere unpleasant, very unpleasant. Okay, let's move on to the characteristic of a nominal data. The first is add-on to nominal data. Nominal data is labeled. It's a labeled data in specific order. In the above mentioned sample, there is a notable order which in the options makes it a classic case of ordinal data. Second, establish a relative length. In the above mentioned example, somewhat pleasant is definitely worse than very pleasant, or very unpleasant is worse than somewhat unpleasant. There clearly is a rank within the options, which is a sign of ordinal data. Value of the interval is unknown. The variation between pleasant and somewhere pleasant need not be the same as the difference between somewhat unpleasant and very unpleasant. This interval can't be concluded using the ordinal scale. This ordinal variable, you cannot use an interval because most of the data survey has unknown specific data which cannot be calculated. For measure non-numeric traits, in the given example, all the answer options are non-numeric, and similarly, ordinal data can be used to capture feelings such as satisfaction, happiness, frequency, and etc. Ordinal data has a median. Median is the value in the middle but not the middle value of a scale and can be calculated with data which has an innate order. Next is the step how to collect ordered variables. The first is a data survey. Ordinal variables are usually assessed using closed-ended survey questions that give participants several possible answers to choose from. They are user-friendly and let you easily compare data between participants. On the right image, this is the example of a survey. This is about a survey about what is your educational level. The question, what is your age? the option between 0 until 18, 90 and 19 until 34, 35 until 46, and 50 plus. What is your educational level? This is a variable. These are the variable uh, which divided into 5 variables. The first is primary school, high school, bachelor's degree, master's degree, and PhD. In the past 3 months, how many times did you buy groceries online? There are five also variables. The first is none, 1 until 4 times, 5 till 9 times, 10 until 14 times, 15 or more times. These are the examples of a data survey which every of the correspondents fill the form and answer every question and collect the data on the correspondent. The second is Likert scale data. In the social sciences, ordinal data is often collected using Likert scales. Likert scales are made up of 4 or more Likert type questions with continuums of response items for participants to choose from. Here are the examples of Likert type questions. Likert type questions here is how frequently do you buy energy efficient products? And how important do you think it is to reduce your carbon footprint? And here are the options of the data variable which are never, rarely, sometimes, often, and always. And also for the second example, the data are not important, slightly important, important, moderately important, very important. Every collection of the ordered variables has its own authority, which some people use it for certain purposes. Okay, I think that's all for today's video presentation. Thank you for thank you for watching, and sorry for the mistaken. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a good day.